This is really serious, and I know I'm not the only one going through it, so I want to share it with you. I'm in a situation where I've been dealing with a very toxic and manipulative family member, and when all the lies and deception came to the surface, and this person left a path of destruction everywhere they went, I was hurt, I was angry, and I felt like I was constantly punched in the stomach every time I thought about this person. And even though I cut them out of my life, I would still catch myself feeling so upset, so hurt, so sad, so disappointed. And I knew it wasn't good to feel that anymore, so I started to get curious, and I began to think about ways that I could shift out of that hurt. And here's what I realized. Expectation. All that hurt, anger, and gut-wrenching reaction came from my expectations of that individual. I expected that person to be honest. I expected that person to be helpful. I expected that person to act like an adult. I expected that person to be loving. But those expectations weren't and aren't realistic. So I changed my expectations. And I no longer expect things that are going to set me up for disappointment. I no longer expect that this person can even function on any helpful or beneficial level. It's just not in their brain chemistry. I no longer expect this person to have any care or compassion for anyone but themselves. And when I look back over the course of my life, this person was never really capable of that. Now, why is that person not capable? That's another story for another day, but for a long time, I would back down to this person. For a long time, I would let this person lie to protect themselves. For a long time, I turned a blind eye and I trusted this person, even though they were hurting other people I loved and cared about. But then I started standing up for myself. I started taking actions. I started standing up for the people I love who couldn't speak up for themselves. And most importantly, I started to take action to change the situation. Was it hard? Sure, it was hard, but it wasn't as hard as seeing the destruction left in this person's path over and over again. And here's a sad thing though. I know my story isn't unique. Because when I started opening up about it, so many people said, we're going through the same thing. And I know there are many people watching this who feel afraid to stand up for themselves. I know there are many people watching this who feel like a fucking doormat, used and taken advantage of. And you know why? Because you, like I was, you were conditioned to be a people pleaser. You were taught that you have to put everyone else's needs before your own, or else you'd appear to be greedy, or people won't like you. But what happens is we then lose our sense of self. We lose our sense of identity. We hide behind those people-pleasing patterns, and we build resentment towards others and then reflect it inwards as disappointment with ourselves. But it doesn't have to be like that anymore. You don't have to back down anymore or compromise your own integrity. This is why I'm doing a crash course on Tuesday, July 30th. I'm going to be sharing with you how to get off the people pleaser struggle bus so you can set better boundaries, stand up for yourself, command respect, all without looking like a massive asshole. And it's time to stop being a doormat. It's time to stop being used and taken advantage of. And it's time to put yourself first. So here's all you have to do. Just check the link that's in the post below this video. Because instead of saying yes to everyone else, say yes to yourself by attending this crash course. I know you're going to take a lot away from it to stand up for yourself. As always, be well, do good, be true to who you are, and happy healing.